This video is sponsored by Wix. Hey guys, salut, it's Alex. Welcome back to the Mozzarella series for the 6th and final episode. Honestly, I have mixed feelings about this. Yeah, I'm not sure if I should be feeling sadness because it's over or just, relief because I can't stand doing the dishes anymore. Anyways, here's a quick disclaimer.
If you are a pro-level cheesemaker, then instead go watch my episode 4 of this series. If not, if you're an Italian, then please go and watch my episode 3. And finally, if you're lactose intolerant, then please go and watch my...
This is a quick and easy, thoroughly tested step-by-step mozzarella recipe which starts with safe and available ingredients. Nothing completely stupid. Citric acid, okay. But calcium chloride, not okay. You gotta draw. Of course, I will share a bit of science and more details along the way, especially, precious tips and tricks I learned the hard way making this series. But for the moment, I say we keep it simple and we start immediately with milk. This is fresh pasteurized whole milk, not organic, not UHT, and it's not raw milk because it wouldn't be sterilized enough. It's not even legal everywhere, so. Quick tip, you want to use the freshest fresh milk available, meaning that those expiration dates matter very much. For each liter of milk, you want to add 2 grams of citric acid diluted in a 1/4 cup of water. If you're not into grams and liters, just use 1.5 teaspoons citric acid per gallon of milk. Well, I guess yes, mozzarella needs an acidic environment to be stretched. And for this, I'm using citric, what's this? Food grade citric acid. Super easy to find this stuff online. I'll post a link in the description box down below so that you can get some as well. In fact, spoiler alert, I'm gonna post links to all the foods and all the tools I'm gonna be using today. Okay, back to it. I mentioned a gallon earlier, and that's usually a good amount to work with, because otherwise you might end up with too less of a little small product. What is this sentence? You really want to stir well. It always works better if the milk is cold at first. And now we're going to warm up the whole thing to 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 32 degrees Celsius. To properly monitor the temperature, I'm using a fancy thermometer. Well, technically it's not a thermometer, it's called a cheap ones work great. They're just less fancy. Now for every liter of milk, you want to add 4 drops of single-strength liquid rennet to about 2 tablespoons of non-chlorinated water. Gently stir for about 30 seconds. So rennet is the main coagulating agent. No rennet, no cheese. It can be rennet from animal, vegetable or microbial origins. The only thing is that if you use double-strength rennet, then you need to... you get it. Now cover it up and let it rest for 45 minutes. Checkpoint number 1. Because of the heat, I'm starting to lose it. Stick your pinky in the curds and slowly lift up the tip. That is called a clean break, and the cleaner, the better. If you can't get the clean break, you can wait up to 30 minutes more. But if at the end of it you still can't get it, you get that mushy texture, then you're basically up. There is 99% chance that the problem comes from the milk itself. So just pick another one and start again. Using a long knife, make a crisscross cut on top. The spacing should be about 1 inch in between those cuts. Okay, back on the heat, this time all the way up to 110 degrees Fahrenheit or 43 degrees Celsius, and stay there for about 5 minutes. Milk separates into curds, which we're gonna use in a minute, and whey, which is this yellow liquid. Well, I'm afraid I'm about to bust a myth, because you can't make ricotta cheese with this stuff. It's just not made for it. If we were making mozzarella the traditional way, that would be a complete different story, but right now this can only be used for stocks or for soups or it's not bad, it's sweet. There is a hint. Using a slotted spoon, gently transfer the curds to a colander. Don't just pour them brutally in the colander, you'll just f*** up the texture, okay? Now try to get the whey out of the whey by using its own weight to press it down. Well, checkpoint number 2. Curds should come together as a mass. It's not rock solid, but it should hold itself. Cut it into slices and transfer them to a food-safe, heat-safe, chemically inert, poison-free, I'm talking basically space wide and deep container. First, temper them with hot tap water. You want to gradually and carefully discard that water through a colander, not to lose too much matter. Every cheesemaker on the planet agrees to the same statement. There is no way in a million years you could make mozzarella with gloves. That would be absolutely stupid. So, with that in mind, let's start the stretching process. This time using water that is almost boiling, ideally 185 degrees Fahrenheit or 85 degrees Celsius. Okay guys, a quick break in the recipe. I am currently editing this video right now. This is some kind of video inception. I'm in the YouTube space London, by the way, but I'm also compiling on a website all the necessary information, all the details for you to be able to recreate that recipe. And I'm doing that using Wix. Wix basically allows you to create a professional looking website very rapidly and very easy. They have plenty amazing templates to choose from, so you don't have to start from scratch. If you want to customize, you know, everything is drag and drop. So it's super easy. Of course, if you want to kick things up a notch, they offer a professional solution for almost every need. E-commerce, music, or even video, which is, you know. Okay, so a big thank you goes to Wix for sponsoring this video, and I'll share the link to that beautiful and super useful mozzarella webpage in the description box down below. Back to the recipe. The easiest way to season that cheese is by salting it as you form the bowl. And this is what I got at the end. So it's quite soft. Extremely soft, obvious, which is amazing. You know what it tastes like? F***ing success! Whee! Definitely easy to make. That's probably the one, maybe the whole cream, protein, casein, powdered milk is just a nonsense after all. It's very hard for me to accept that. But this is good. And right, let's bust another myth that mozzarella can't be stored in whey or in any liquid for that matter. In fact, if you do this, it will turn into mush over time. Now it doesn't taste good. So guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and if you did, then please give this video a big thumbs up, like it, and most importantly, before you share and spread it like butter, please infuse yourself, you boost yourself with confidence and replicate that recipe. I want this mozzarella guide to be as efficient as my sourdough guide. I basically get pictures of sourdough loaves that you guys make every day on Twitter, Instagram, on Facebook. I simply want to replicate that guidance with this mozzarella episode. There is something meaningful. Last, people click subscribe because I make new videos every week. It's always about the food. This time I have nothing else to there won't be videos for the next 2 or 3 weeks just because I'm taking time off.
The cookbook coming on, a lot of wine, interviews, the lighting in it, the best beach ever, new series.
Well, if you're new on the channel, that is the perfect opportunity for you to catch up with all those series that I've been making in the past. And if you're an old one, you know, an ancient one, and you've been there from the start, you know I'll come back. Take care, bye bye.